Hi, my friends. It's me, Flower Child 567. Welcome to my stream. Today is Thursday, and this is the weekly episode of There's No Place Like Home, which is dedicated to ESO Housing. And we've got I've got some news to share with you, and a brand new house that you can get to share with you. And I'm so excited about everything that's happening. So I'm going to intersperse all of the news while I show some houses. These are my personal houses, so that means no special guests this week, but I have 2 weeks of special guests planned, if all goes well with schedules, one for next week and then one for the 19th. And so I'm really excited to be able to bring so many awesome creative builders, designers, and decorators to this stream. All right, let's look at the map. So we're in Craglorn right now, as you can see. All right, and right here on the southeastern portion of the map by the dungeon Volkreach Hold, and also by the trial Etherean Archive. So it's a perfectly located house for this type of activity, especially if you are really into trials and dungeons. It's nice to be so close to them. And then right here, right here is a way shrine, and I'm going to show it to you right now. A way shrine, just down the road, just across the bridge, and just down the road, a little teeny tiny ways, not far at all. But I'm standing here in front of the Domus Fraticus house, and I'm going to show it to you in the store. You can buy this. This is a purchase item, and it is what's considered to be I forgot. I just went blank. Sorry. It is considered to be a classic home. All right, a classic home. So that's a mid-range home. Right here it is. And it cost 4,000 gold coins, which that's not very much. And here's what it says about it. No one has seen Fratus the scholar since his ill-advised return to the imperial city. He's probably fine. He must be. But in the meantime, his walled townhouse in Eleanor is available on an indefinite basis. Well, I grabbed it, of course. So I'm outside of it, and as you can see, it's got a nice entryway, its own set of stairs that go up from the little area below. And as you come up to it, you're going to enter. I can't show you it empty because I own it, but I want to just share a tiny bit about this, why I'm starting off with a classic home. I'm not done showing you all of my stable homes yet. It's because this one was entered into a housing contest on the theme Daedric cults, and I happened to place second. And so before we go in, just a couple of words. I reskinned the entry, meaning I built it out so it doesn't look like the normal. And then entering into the house, the ground floor, I reskinned everything. And then up the stairs and then into the upper level, it's partially reskinned, but elements have been added to change the look of it. So my Daedric cult themed house here is to remind us that through a celestial rift in the heavens, right, oblivion leaks in to Nirn, to Tamriel, and admits Daedra Dremora, and a whole host of creatures that are hostile to all races that dwell in Tamriel. And at this particular location, you're going to meet a Daedra, a Dremora, who is kind of like, she's not a prince, she's not a Daedric prince, but she is responsible for the upkeep of this particular location. She has captured, or not captured, but lured Byro into the scholar into her service, because this is a bit of a war room where they are collecting and studying all the maps of Tamriel for their strategizing attacks. So let's go in, shall we? Ah, that was a long entry, wasn't it? But here we are, we've entered into the location, and as you can see, there's the celestial rift, and in comes one of the Daedric princes, whose name shall not be uttered. And their presence has corrupted the land in a very short period of time. We even have down here a little creature running around who looks a bit like a miniature Moloch ball. Oh dear. Let's hope he doesn't grow. And here in the blood tree, it looks like a prayer to the Furious One is here. Let's look at that. God of curses, hear my prayer. Lord of the betrayed, give me strength. Keeper of the grudge, harden my heart. Holder of the broken promises, ignite my anguish. Master of the sworn oath, grant me the ferocity to overcome my enemies. Malakath, hear my prayer. And it looks like we've got some stocks here for prisoners and all kinds of weird things. And oh, look at stolen souls. It's not an altogether happy environment. Dare we enter into it? I think we will. And look at here. A shriveled person holding onto an Elder Scroll sits on the stoop. Let's go in and see. Aha. Aha, there is a guard here. Looks like they've also gotten some others into service with them. Solitude
No fighting
guard.
or spitting. Got it?
All right, I got it. I'm going in. Here we go. Oh. Oh, who's that? Hezek is here.
This is much better. No Madam Wim looking over Hezek's shoulder, badgering me to be about my duties. Perhaps I will stay here. For a time.
Aha, I see. Oh, and who is this? I see Lyrinth has brought you
I
from
went to pay a
Fargrave.
visit to a mortal I hadn't seen in some time. A mage by the name of Herenia. Evidently, she has been dead for some 900 years, which I understand you regard as a significant span of time. How very inconsiderate of her.
Oh dear. I don't know. Where are we? What is this place? Oh, it reeks of death. Oh, look at that. The Dark Brotherhood poison. This is definitely not a very friendly place. Portals abound everywhere. Where do we suppose that portal takes us? I don't know, and I certainly don't want to find out. I'm going to sneak around her and go up the stairs. Aha. There are books here and maps. There's Hezek again. There's Byro.
There might have been a misinterpretation of this one's intentions today. At the market, with the baker. Who knew they expected...
Oh, I see. Lyrinth got you out of jail. We just visited you there a few weeks back. Well, I'm going to leave you alone, because it seems like you haven't learned anything. Well, as you can see, the maps you earn by completing the map, the area, and all the, like for example, let's go to this map for Craglorn, right? You can see to the left, I still have to complete 2 different things. When you open the zone, when you complete it, right? When these are no longer in progress, but not the angler, but when these are no longer in progress and it shows complete, then you are able to go buy a lead for the map, and using your scrying system, your antique system, you're able to go find it. Oh, look at this one. This is an antique map of East March. It's not even the real map anymore. Oh, they've got some old stuff in here. And look at Vardenfell right here. And Vivik's castle or shrine. We just spent a lot of time there reading his lessons, and traveling all over this map. The Red Mountain, which is a volcano, which is why they call it red, even though you don't know that when you first learn about the Red Mountain. All right, so this earned me a 2nd place. And as always, I'm always so honored to be awarded a prize. And it's always unexpected. All right, I'm coming back to you now. Because we're going to go visit my little house that is in Westweld, okay? And it is a staple home, and we've gone to all of these so far, as you know. We're going down here to the Rosewine Retreat, which is in the Rosewine Inn. It's in the top floor, and we're going to go take a look at that, and we're going to travel outside of the house so that, first of all, you can see it, all right? And then I'm going to share some news with you before we go inside of it. Here we are upstairs the inn. If you look down, you can see, hey, right there's the singer, and there's places to eat. And if you come over to this side and you look down, you can see the bar. And yeah, it's a nice area. And up here, there's also a tribute room. So you can play games of tribute if you wish, right up here. All right, let me tell you just a tiny bit about my Rosewine Retreat, which is called the S Altar, and is part of the new system that we have available in ESO. Now, it's not to replace streams such as mine, because it could easily. But when you go into your inventory and you go to Activity Finder, you go all the way to the bottom. There's now a thing called Home Tours. And when you click on it, you can see recommended houses. Okay, these houses have been recommended by other people. And there's quite a number of them. You can see there's a lot of them already. And you can browse the homes, so you can go in here, and we give each home 3 tags. Like, for example, on the picture, you can see it's Moon Sugar Meadow, and it's from scratch, Hidden Secrets, Magic, and then the owner is Real Bingo. So what that means is the tags up here, you've got a bunch of different ones. So what can happen is you can select one or a bunch of them. Let's select horror and watch what happens. The listing changes, and now we have horror. Horror, see? All of these are horror. So you could go on a horror tour and jump from house to house. Now, most of the time you're not going to see the owner. It's going to be empty when you go there, and that's just the way it is. So, and sometimes you might go there and there might be other people. Sometimes you might go there and it'll just be the owner. So you see a lot of different people can be there. The difference between taking a housing tour and coming on the stream and watching my housing tour, or joining, for example, Stretch's Thursday evening housing tours here in ESO, is that you don't get to meet the people who design, build, create and decorate the houses. And so that's kind of sad, because you don't get to know the behind the scenes. You don't get to know the secrets of the house, because let me tell you, there are lots of secrets built into the houses that the owner of it has to show you, because they're that disguised. So the other difference is that starting, I've already started it with the housing, There's No Place Like Home. This episode is that as you meet the designer, they're also showing you tricks to the trade, how they do things, what items they use to build. They pull things apart to show you. And I will be also giving a few lessons, like how to do the precision editing, how to move things, off parcel. So there's going to be a little bit of an educational element coming into There's No Place Like Home. All right, so this Rose Wine Retreat also contains something and is built around I designed it, and I reskinned the interior so it doesn't look like it normally does, for one item only. And that item is this new scribbing altar that was released to us yesterday. And the new scribbing altar is a system you have to learn in the Scholarium here in Westfield. So that's all I'm going to say. If you want to find out more about it, you'll be able to. And here we go. I'll go into first person once I get inside, but I want you to see size. It's very slow. The houses are very slow loading up today, which is interesting. There we go. All right. So you can see featured right in the center proudly is the new scribbing altar. And here I am. So you can see it's a nice little space, although tiny. And it's one of those locations where it only contains 30 slots. I've only used 19. You can put 2 collectible furnishings, 2 special furnishings, 2 special collectibles. Only 2 people at a time can be in here. So let's come back out. All right, so my vision for this was that you are in a castle ruin, and you come into a courtyard of sorts. So you can see all the debris here. So you're not in the castle proper, which is designated by the turrets and the door that would take you into, but it's outside. And from the Scholarium, I have my achievement doors. The door of the Indric, the door of the Netch, the door of the Griffin, the door of the Dragon, and this is the door of the Scholarium. And it's open, so I can't close it because I opened it up to show that the Scholarium is all about the scribbing system. And down here, let me get close up. Down here is a book on how to scribe that you can get in the Scholarium. And it talks to you all about it, which I'm not going to take time to read. Or perhaps maybe I should. Yeah, I guess I will. How to Scribe by Ulsild. A short guide written on my final day in the Scholarium. An encapsulation of years of work for you. Select the grimoire you wish to make your own. The grimoires I've left behind cover a wide array of scenarios and magical applications. I hope you find one to your liking. Think of each grimoire as a framework. They are pure opportunity, ready for you to adapt to your needs. In time, perhaps others will learn from my techniques, and other grimoires might be created. I smile to think of my work living on. To find the focus of your scribing by choosing one of those scripts. I call them focus scripts because they define what a scribed skill truly is. Fire or frost, heal or harm. What will you do scribbing? What will your scribbing do? I've always associated the focus scripts with the Griffin, so directed, so sure of himself in his actions. Every skill must have a signature element. And the signature element seemed the perfect word for these elements, as these magical components make your scribed works memorable. I've discovered so many ways to allow scribbing to interact with the goals and magics of other disciplines, other schools of thought. I collaborated with the dragon heavily on these works, her keen mind the perfect sounding board for these complicated ideas. It was indeed the dragon's idea to concept out scripts that might adapt to the fighting and magical styles of a person holding the parchment. We were never able to fully develop this script in my time, but perhaps one day. Finalize skill by applying affix benefit of your choosing. Every time I scribed a new spell, I found that there was this leftover space in the structure. These simple mystical additions were suggested by the niche. A way to add a little something to fill that empty spot. Affixes are a way for you to nudge your work in a direction that best suits you or your allies. So many directions you might take them. Use luminous ink to craft your newly scribed skill. Created in collaboration with the Netch, the ink I use in scribing is merely a substance to the power vested through the altar. It's meant as a kind of binding agent, a way to draw raw magica thought and intent together upon the pages. Other notes: once you've scribed a skill or spell, you can always try scribbing anew from your existing grimoire. Endless variation has always been part of my intent, provided you have the ink, of course. Not every script will apply to every grimoire, but this is a wonderful place to play, experiment, and discover. To me, that's part of the true magic of scribbing. If you'll excuse some tired humor, all you have to do is build a locus of power, convince creatures of pure magic that you mean well, pour their power into grimoires, which you have to design, and develop luminous ink you'll need to complete your creation. Easy. I hope that all the work I've put into scribbing is not lost to time. Good luck, whoever follows in my footsteps, and may the crow be your guide. And here it is. So this is an expensive item. I'm showing you in the world. I've made a soul burst, or I can make a soul burst, or well, in the archive, I've got my magical burst, I've got my healing burst that's slotted, binding burst, which is a healing burst. But anyways, it's if we go into the skills, this isn't supposed to be a lesson about this, but if you go into the skills, well, I don't want to go into this because it'll get us carried away, and then we'll never continue with our housing, and I want to do our housing. Anyways, this is a public house. You can come to it on the tour. You can even put my name, Flower Child 567, into the housing tour activity feature search, and then you can come here and you have this altar that you can work on if you have earned the achievement, which is scribbing, the scribbing achievement in Westfield. If not, you'll have to do that. Where if you've completed it and you want your own scribbing altar, I can tell you where I got mine. I got mine down in Cyrodiil. I went to the armory vendor, and he sells them there for 1 million alliance points, and that's a great place. You can also go to a lot of different locations. I'm just sharing with you where I got mine, and in fact I'll leave it to you to search for others. The other one I'll tell you about, for about 800, let me show you. Wait, not here. For about 800 writ vouchers, right? You can see it to the right where it says currencies, character, gold, alliance points, Telvar stones, writ vouchers. I don't carry any of those with me. They're all in my bank, but it takes 800 writ vouchers, and then you could go to near where you do your crafting and go to the vendor that you turn all of your master writ crafting into. All right. Hi, Mizik.
Mizik remembers his first mystery well. This one's mother told young Mizik a thief broke in and stole the spots off his precious pet dragon frog.
Oh.
Poor little Jazbe was never the same after that. It is a mystery that eludes Mizik to this day.
Oh, okay. Thanks. All right, one last thing to share about this particular house. If you go to the Crown store, let's see, and you go, it's housing, right? And you go to the stable, you can see it is not offered for purchase, right? Do you see that? That's because this is an achievement. This is an achievement. So do you have the DLC? If you have the DLC, you'll learn how to get this little house. Okay. Well, that's all I'm going to show with you. All right, now let's go outside. Now I'm going to take you to a very special house. First of all, yesterday was a drop from the developers, and they gave us some really wonderful things. They gave us 22 new Colovian housing praxis. That's like the walls and the doors and the roofs and the stairs and the floors of the plans, the furniture plans. And Colobian is here for Westworld, so this is all about Westworld. 22. I actually earned some of them, and the way you earn them is you go into town and you go to the daily, you know, where you do your 3 daily quests. And the chests that you earn from completing your daily quest and turning it in is a skin grad reward coffer. Now, the thing about these, I'm going to open up a couple and see if I got any more. Well, I got a motif and poison. Okay, that's awesome. I'm going to open up another one. Let's see, do I get any more scriptures or scripts? Those scripts, see these scripts? Those scripts are for the scribing system that I just showed you. Well, it doesn't look like I'm getting... Oh, there we go. A Colobian roof, and it's blue, so that means I'll have to wait about 10 hours to finish opening up. I'll show you what it looks like. There's the gabled roof. That's a new gabled roof plan. That's very cool. I'm going to use it so it goes into my crafting. So now I won't open up any more because you want to wait the cooldown period. All right, the other thing that dropped for us yesterday that's available on the Xbox store is a new housing starter. For anyone wanting to get started, they offered for $4.99 a new house, a starter house. And let's see, I think it's a classic home on top of it. There it is, the Sea Bloom Villa. And we're going to go look at this right now, the Sea Bloom Villa. We're going to travel outside. And you can see where we land right here. It's in Arudan. There's a boss right there. So it's kind of fun to be right next to a world boss here. That is the boss here is called the Seaside Scarp Camp. And you can see the new house is down on the southwestern shore. And here's the entrance. It's a beautiful gate. And you come on in. I just got this yesterday for $4.99 from the Xbox store, not our in-world market store, okay? But we're going to go take a look, too, to see if it's here. I haven't done anything with it, but let's see real quick. Is it in the store? I don't think it is. I think the only way you can get it right now is through the Xbox. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, you see that you can't get it in the store. Not maybe never. It's probably going to be one of those houses where they offer periodically. All right, that's okay. So look at here. If you're a new house owner, there's a handbook that welcomes you, and it talks to you about how to get your homes, how to get furniture, how to craft things, where to go to get certain items. So it's really educational, and it's nice. It's nice. Look at how sweet this is. And I gotta tell you, this house is a beautiful location. It really is just very scenic. By the way, we tested it yesterday. Stretch jumped off the cliffs and you instantly die. So just so you know, you can't go down to any of the areas below. You will die. All right, see the front of the house? Now watch what happens. You come over here and I'm going to click it and I'm going to add flowers to the front of the house. Look at that. How sweet is that? I love that. I just love that. All right, let's go in and look at the house so you can see. This is a right proper little home. This is not really, I mean, you can come in and you can build, and people will come in and reskin this area. But it feels to me like it's just a right proper home, and then you can go up and then here's the upper floor. There's no stairs, there's just a lower villa floor. I like this layout. It's really nice. You can put a loft up here. You can build a lot of things in here. And you can, of course, like I said, come in and do whatever you want to this place. But for a new homeowner, if you've never had a home before, this is a sweet property. You have up here a lovely little patio, little garden. Look at, don't know that we tested this side, but I would think that we can build out and expand the garden, so that would be nice. All right, this is it. This is sweet. This is for you to begin your housing adventure, or just to have a home. And where is it located, do you ask? It's located on Arudan. So if you didn't notice already, it's all high elf. So it's really, really, really sweet. And right there we are. You can see us. Yeah. 400 slots, which is really nice. They're using 58 slots, so that means you can take up things to bring it down to 400 for yourself. 6 special, 20 collectible, 6 special collectibles, and 12. You can have 12 people in here. So it's really nice. So this is another big thing that's happened. The furniture plans that dropped yesterday, 22 furniture plans, which I don't think, let's see, are they available when you want to? So if you're a new homeowner, right here as you go into your inventory, when you open that, and it tells you what you have available, what you can put in here, right? It's like you can put this stuff in here. And then if you hit your right bumper again, it takes you to things you can purchase. We're going to put in Clovian here and see how much they're letting us. Oh, it's quite a bit. Conservatory. Oh, nice. Look at all this that is now available for purchase in our builder. Yeah. Oh, beehives. We can become bee farmers. And these dropped for us too, which is nice. Dining, oh, pretty, huh? So some of these plants have started to drop. Oh, they even have really pretty paintings. Nice stuff to work with, to decorate with. I've used some of these foods. Ah, yeah, love it. Love it. You see this? I think some of this has been available for a while, but now I think there's more. Then, of course, this stuff you purchase. You can see. I'm going to structures because Oh, the Colovian fireplace. New. You just saw, I just earned that. I can make that now. I can make these stairs. I got these. Wow. These are Fargrave. Colovian. Ooh, look at that windmill. That's very cool. Okay, these just dropped. These are now furniture plans. Everything that says new. I got these doors. I got those doors. Didn't get a doorway though. Didn't get that. I got that. I got that. Nice. Those are all the plans that we can get now. I'm sure if we counted them, we'd count 22. So that's pretty nice. Incense, workshop, rake and shovel. All right, you guys, look at how nice this all is. So, gosh, it's a great time to be in Elder Scrolls Online as a creator, as a builder. And let me see, do we have time to go to one more of my little houses? I bet we do. What's coming up after? Oh, we'll go here. This is where we'll end. We're going to go to the St. Delvin, Deline penthouse. It's in Vardenfell. It's a staple home. It's right in the city, in the heart of Vivek City. It's a penthouse, and it's too small for dueling, they said. So we're going to travel there, but we're going to travel outside the house so I can show it to you. And we'll stop here for some nourishments and call it a day. But come with me. We're going to Vardenfell. And here we are. Outside in Vardenfell. And there's a furniture achievement furniture vendor right around the corner, not too far. Isn't that a pretty entryway? Pretty front door. All right, so here we go. Look on the map. Here is Vardenfell, Vivek City, and then out to broader Vardenfell, right? And we're in Vivek City, of course, and our little house is right there in the heart. In the heart. Okay, now let's look in the marketplace. I don't remember if we can buy this. It's a stable home. I think this was an achievement. Yeah, it was. So I don't remember, to be perfectly honest, how I achieved this, but you can't buy this. I think it's one of the free ones that you can get at the very beginning. You have to go to the innkeeper, and they show you up to here and tell you can live here. All right, let's go in. Now, this is a takeout diner. It's very small. It's only 30 slots, and only 2 people at a time can fit in here. So come on in to my takeout diner. Let's order some food and sit down and have a little snack before we go our merry way for the rest of the day. And here we are. You can see there's no reason to reskin this incredibly beautiful architecture that already exists in here. You just have to be creative with how you lay out the designs. Even the flooring is fantastic. Look at the trim around the floor. It's just incredible. So I say, why hide it under something gross? And then look at, there is a dome ceiling here, and the dome ceiling is stained glass. And I put a apocrypha tree, a blue spore tree, as my lamp in here. anyways, you can have a seat here and let Keldora serve you.
What can I do for you?
Okay. And or you can come up here and you can order off the menu. They've got the finest cheese in Tamriel and the nicest bread. You can order a sandwich. They've got the finest high elf wine here. There's the finest ham. Oh, and look at this. You've got the finest solitude serving pot, vegetable soup. They work only with the finest herbs and leeks or green onions and mushrooms. So they are a weekly recipe, so their ingredients change, but they always do carry the cheese and the bread, so you can always, and the wine, so you can always be sure of getting nothing but the best, nothing but quality service here too. So whether you get takeout or whether you order and eat your sandwich or soup, you can get kebabs. Did I show you that you can get kebabs too? Look, there's always kebabs right here on the grill. You can get grilled ham, you can get kebabs, you can get the soup, you can get grilled cheese. Oh, there's so much you can order here. And that's just this week. Next week, it'll be different. Well, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in and joining me for this week's There's No Place Like Home. I hope you enjoyed seeing my 3 houses, 2 stable, one free, which is what we're in. Also, the new $4.99 home housing starter that can be purchased at the Xbox store on your browser or console. And I hope you enjoyed seeing my second place house, my Daedric cult. All right, next week we have a special guest. See you then. I think you'll enjoy his creations. And then the week after that, another special guest. I think you'll enjoy his creations. All right, my friends, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, tonight is Stretch's housing tour at 6 p.m. Pacific. All you have to do is reach out to him. That's Stretch002. Let him know you're interested. Tell him Flowers sent you or you came off of this stream. And for those of you who tune in on Fridays for the Tamriel Storyteller Hour, we're starting some new lore. I don't know what yet. I haven't decided. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you then. Hey, take care. Bye for now.